And to shed more light on this topic, we are so delighted to be accompanied over the phone by Dr. Mohamed Azaby, African Affairs expert. Good evening, sir.
Good afternoon.
Well, sir, of course, you've been hearing the latest development here in Egypt, and then the visit of the president of the Comoros Island, of course, with the President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi tackling different issues in different and various fields, and of course, lots of cooperation between both countries. Well, we need to know what is the main objectives of the meeting between President el-Sisi and the President Assoumani.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah. This meeting between President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and President Osman Ghazali, the President of Comoros Islands, is a very important meeting because we know that Egypt gave a great concern to the Egyptian-African countries' relations these years, especially from President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi took his place as a president of Egypt from 2013. So that President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in this meeting make negotiations between him and President Osman Ghazali about the cooperation between Egypt and the Comoros Islands, especially what can Egypt give to Comoros Island in the energy field, infrastructure, and many fields of cooperation between Egypt and the Comoros Island. Also, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi discussed with President Osman Ghazali the main issues of the area, especially Gaza's problem, and what the Gaza people suffers from, and how to lead to stop and ceasefire and give the medical and human aids to the Gazan people. Also discussed what happened in Africa and how to lead, to deal together about the African problems, especially the issue of poverty and healthy field. Egypt gave a concern to cooperate with Comoros Island in COMESA, and also about the area of African East Coast. So Egypt tried to make cooperate between Egypt and the Comoros Islands in many fields, as I said, so that this meeting is very important for both countries.
Well, sir, what is the importance of the timing of the visit on May the 4th? How is it could be a very significant visit, and though also President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi is doing a great job, lots of development with various countries of the world, but we're talking now about the Comoros.
Well, the importance of this meeting in this time indicates what Egypt tried to do for the countries, African countries' issues and the Gazan issue, try to push all countries all over the world to support Egypt's situation towards Gaza and African problems, and also try to make a cooperate between Egypt and many African countries, especially Egypt started to make a railway between Cairo and Cape Town, so that the economy field, the health field, the infrastructure field is a very important for Egypt and African countries these days. So this meeting in this time indicates that Egypt have a great steps to put a shed light on its relation with African countries.
But what is the significant role that Egypt plays in the African continental affairs, and how does this meeting can reflect that?
We know that Egypt, African countries suffer from many problems, like that Sudan Uganda, and Djibouti, Somal also. So Egypt tried to put an end for these problems and try to save unity of African countries by supporting these countries by many ways, like economic ways and diplomatic ways in all over the world. Try to stop any struggles in these countries to save souls and to save people in these countries. So that Egypt tried to have a great steps towards to solve all African countries' problems.
Of course, we know that Comoros Island is very special, but we need to know what is Comoros in regional or African geopolitical situation.
We know the position of Comoros Island between Mozambique and other countries, so that the position of Comoros Island and the great relations between Egypt and this country can lead to a lot of cooperative fields, and especially Comoros Island is one of the African Unity countries, so we try to push African unity to solve and take decisions to solve all African problems, to stop any struggles in any African countries, so that Egypt, as I said, try to take great steps to this way.
And of course, we know that there were a lot of protocols, memorandums, and signing agreements. We need to highlight that also, on addition of, we need to know more about the meeting aligned with Egypt's foreign policy also.
Well,
and its goals in Africa.
About the agreements which discussed between President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and President Osman Ghazali is the agreements of cooperation between Egypt and the Comoros Island in many fields, especially in the energy field, and also in education and infrastructure. Egypt tried to give its experience in many fields to all African countries, so that Egypt tried to take its real place between African countries by the way, by what President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi done through its tours and meetings with African presidents.
Yes, and we know that, of course, the President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi is doing lots of activities with different and various countries of the world when it comes to the African Horn or Europe or such so. And this is also, I think, adds more to the Egyptian relations, the Egyptian foreign relations in Africa and, of course, in Europe. Well, Dr. Mohamed Azaby, the African Affairs expert, I would like to thank you so much for your informative call, and thank you for being with me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a short break, and we'll be back.